Hello and welcome to my fourth video of my tier list ranking. On this video, as you see on the title, I'm going over the tier 2 cruiser Chikuma, which is the next ship you will get when playing the Japanese tech tree, compared to the Hashidate. Alright, from tier 1 to tier 2, you're gonna see a huge difference between the cruisers. Well, the tier 2 cruisers and the tier 10 is also a huge difference if we say it like that, but for example, your ships feel more like cruisers now and not like gunboats anymore. For example, you have 8 turrets on the Chikuma and some extra secondaries as well, which is very nice. The clip you're seeing right now is a fully upgraded equipment on the Chikuma with the hull B and the longer range on the 10-kilometer range. I have no signals on, since I don't know if I'm just wanna, I don't want to waste my signals, and most of your new players aren't gonna have signals, or maybe you're not starting the new tech tree, but you're probably not gonna spend signals on tier 2 ships, I think. Alright, if we're going over base stats, the detectability range is 8.9 kilometers, just a fast recap. The speed is 26 knots. It has 8 cannons with about 6 seconds reload, which can 5.8. 18,000 hit point, which can go up to 19,000 if you use the signal. And well, AA defense is pretty mediocre, but you're probably not gonna fight any carriers, which I highly doubt if you're not unlucky, I suppose. Yeah, it's basic. Good thing to know about the Chikuma. It feels like, it doesn't feel like most cruisers onward. Well, it is, unique for its tier, because most cruisers you get from the Japanese tech tree mostly has torpedoes. The Chikuma doesn't have any. But the great thing about Chikuma, which you're gonna see, is that it has a 10% fire chance. Well, I think it's 1% usually. I have actually upgraded mine. Oh, not 1%, I mean 9%, sorry. But yeah, it's very good on catching enemies on fire. I think the clip you're seeing right now is the 9% fire chance, which is what I'm playing on right now. I actually upgraded before, especially I had level 0 captain, since I don't usually play tier 2, and I bought the ship back. The armor layout is, well, just be ready to get citadeled if battleships shoot you, but just try to be careful where you're showing your armor. It's not that great. It's around 13 and 11 millimeters on the citadel, but just be aware of battleships mostly. If you see them, you're probably not gonna face them unless you get up tier, like I got on this video and the previous video as well. I got many up tiers. Yeah, it's a pretty, fast turning ship. It's a pretty decent ship in general. I think it's actually very good because of the fire chance. If you know where to aim, for example, if you get the fire in the front, fire in the middle, so you can get a fire in the middle and then back, then they have free fires, so they can't put it out, well, unless they have, the damage control party. But it's very nice because of the fire chance. A quick history recap of the Chikuma. The Chikuma entered service during 1912. There was 3 ships in the series, and the ship started production after the war against Russia. Japan, they started developing on the light cruiser Tonne, which was laid down in 1905, but was used as a basis on the Chikuma. The project was influenced by the Russian auxiliary cruisers, hull designs, and also inspiration of the British town class ships. For the first time of the Japanese cruisers, the turbines were used on it. During World War One, Chikuma was part of the squadron that pursued Admiral von Spee division and later cruisers Emden. Well, that was a very short history recap. I mostly just tried to say the basics of the short history recap of it. But yeah, the Chikuma, in my opinion, is a very unique Japanese ship because of you have the lack of torpedoes. But if you know where to fire with the cannons, well, just try. You're mostly just gonna start out with your 2 cruisers, but for me, who has played for a while, I think the cruiser is actually very good if you try to spread out fires a lot. The next cruiser you're gonna get is the Tenryu, which is obviously gonna get, you know, the torpedoes. But if I'm not mistaken, yeah, it has less cannons, but that's basically it. Yeah, that was my quick recap of the Chikuma. Let's go over to the next screen to the tier list ranking. Alright, on over to the tier list. Where do I want to put the Chikuma? Okay, this might sound a bit crazy to some people, but in my opinion, and because I'm pretty used to the Japanese cruisers, since I've played through the entire heavy line, I think it's actually amazing. Mostly just due to the fire chances, because most other cruisers, for example, the British cruisers only have AP, which can be nice if you are able to hit citadels, but then destroyers become a problem. But with the Shikuma, if you fire on the left side, get a fire on the left, and all the way up to the front, you can even get 3 or 4 fires. I don't know if you can get 4 fires on tier 2, but I think you can. But that's just amazing to have. And it's good at sinking battleships if you're good at, you know, evading them, of course. It feels more like a support cruiser sometimes because, well, you don't want to get hit most of the time when you're playing cruisers, but just with the fact that the fire chances, it's so nice to have. For beginners, though, I think most will think it's a decent or a good or maybe a situational ship if you know rush into battleship and don't know how to deal with them, since your armor can be pretty weak. But just try to stay in the back and try to hit the front and the middle mostly. Get as many fires as you can, and the enemy will get an existential crisis due to the amount of fires they will get. It's so much fun to do sometimes. And over to the fun tier. How fun is it? It's some might think I will put it extremely fun, but you know what? It's actually just a very fun ship high above these two. Just you can set things on fire, which is always nice in my opinion. And I think, for example, you can. I don't think it deserves to be extremely funny or must have, since it can be hard to pick a tier 2 ship to be there because in my opinion, tier 2 matches can be very fun and relaxing, but it's not as fun as, for example, tier 8 is one of my most favorite rankings to have with the ships, which is because it's fast paced, but it doesn't feel, like a tier 10 battle where you snipe most of the time sometimes, or, very passive gameplay. But it's a very fun ship. Before I say goodbye soon right now, I have to mention that I had you see the video is a bit longer than usual, but it's because I want to show you my match I got. I think it was 7 kills or something, which I think is actually amazing. That's the reason why I put it at amazing tier. Well, most of the enemies I'm fighting right now are bots, so they're not super hard to fight against. But yeah, I think you gotta see it because due to how extreme this ship was, especially when I was bullying a St. Louis ship, which is one of the best tier 3 cruisers, or not if the best. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and if you want, you can stick by to the video, but otherwise then, goodbye and see you on the next one.
撃目標を指定する。敵駆逐艦を撃沈。前方に魚雷確認。戦場に火災を確認。対応完了しました。